Hey friends, welcome to the People Mover Podcast, episode number 12 of 2025. And today we are going to talk about the best spots to watch the Festival of Fantasy Parade at Magic Kingdom. So let's get started.
Welcome to the People Mover Podcast, the length of the iconic ride and your ultimate guide to Disney World and Disney cruises. Whether you're a first timer or a seasoned fan, we've got tips, tricks, and options to elevate your magical journey. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Magic Vacation Family for more Disney magic. Buckle up and let's dive into the world of Disney.
Again, as always, these episodes are brought to you by MagicVacationFamily.com. If you're looking to plan a Disney vacation, Universal, or even a cruise, visit us, MagicVacationFamily.com, click Book a Trip, and we'd love to help you out planning your next magical vacation. So again, today we're talking about something that is going to be super important in your next upcoming Magic Kingdom trip, and that is where to watch the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Whether you're trying to get the best views, best photos, or maybe even sneak onto a ride before the crowds catch up during the parade, I'm going to tell you where those best spots are, and I'm also going to show you a map too. So if you're listening here on the podcast, all you have to do is follow us on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, or over on our YouTube at Magic Vacation Family, and you'll be able to find this video as well with the maps. The Festival of Fantasy Parade usually rolls through at 3 p.m. We also know how Disney is. It could change based on weather, special events, so it's always good to double check the My Disney Experience app before you head out and make your parade plans. Let's dive in to my favorite spots, and that's going to come to spot number 1, which is where the parade starts, which is in Frontierland. So in Frontierland, it's going to start right between Tiana's Bayou Adventure and also the Pecos restaurant there. There's going to be a little outlet there, and this is my go-to spot to see the parade kick off. The energy is high, the characters are excited, and you get to be one of the first people to see it. Now, pro tip, as soon as that last float passes by, you're already near Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so you can hop in line before the crowds from Main Street even realize that the parade is even there or is going to be over soon. So jump in there. It's probably one of the smartest parade strategies that you can pull off without having to stand in line too long. All right, now let's move over to spot number 2, which is going to be what I call the tight turn over in Liberty Square. Now, the parade has to make a really tight turn before the Hall of Presidents, which means everything slows way down. And that's awesome, especially if you're trying to snap some good photos or just kind of take it all in without feeling rushed. I know my son and daughter love kind of just sitting on the ground there and watching them because they get a little bit more interaction from all of the characters as they are part of the parade. Also, Liberty Square usually isn't as crazy packed as Main Street, so you get a little bit more breathing room. Also, another bonus, once that parade wraps up, you're just a few steps away from Haunted Mansion if you want to jump into another classic ride line, or even Peter Pan's Flight. I've been able to jump into both of those rides right after the parade without nearly the amount of wait time that I would have experienced had I done it after a parade coming from Main Street USA. All right, so let's move over on to spot number 3, which is going to be at Main Street USA. However, it's going to be with that castle background. Now, of course, you can't talk about parade spots without mentioning Main Street. And this is a spot right here where it's almost like a courtyard, right? There's that center area where you can get your picture with Walt and Mickey right in front of the castle there. There's a lot of area, and they have to make a loop around here. So if you take a look at the map here, you'll be able to see right where I'm talking about. But if you're really after that perfect postcard shot, right, with the floats coming down, the characters, but then Cinderella's castle right in the background, this is going to be your spot. It's almost like a dream for content creation. It feels super magical with the music echoing off of the buildings, but also it's going to be really crowded. So just a quick heads up on that. So if you want to get a really good spot, I would say make sure that you are getting there early because that is one of the first spots that will fill up. Now, if you're really looking for a prime spot, you can go by Casey's Corner or the Main Street Bakery, but you got to get there, like I said, 45 minutes to an hour before the parade if you want to lock that spot down because people are going to be gathering around there. Now let's move on to spot number 4, which is Town Square Flagpole, which is going to give you a straight-on view. So if you're serious about that straight-on parade shot, you might want to be right by this flagpole, which is at the entrance of Main Street USA. Now, from here, the parade literally comes straight to you from Cinderella's castle right in the background. Now, it's a great spot for photographers and also videographers. But fair warning, people camp out quite early here. I've seen people sit there for about 2 hours to 2.5 hours prior to the parade. And then if you actually wanted to sit there at night for the fireworks show, they've been there even longer. So I think I've sat there for 3 hours ahead of that time. So definitely want to make sure you plan accordingly if this is the spot that you want. And let's finish it off here with spot number 5, which is outside the Emporium, better known as the final turn. But this is going to be right between the Emporium and Harmony Barbershop. They always rope it off. You also see the fire station right on the corner over there as well. But here's kind of a secret to this one. The parade makes its final turn before heading backstage, and it usually slows down and gives you a longer look. Plus, it's definitely not as packed as the middle of Main Street, so you're going to get a cool breeze from the Emporium's doors. It's super easy to exit if you're planning to exit right afterwards, or if you're trying to make your way back through shops after the parade, you can kind of cut through and go around the Emporium and the other shops along the way. Also, it's a chill, underrated spot, and sometimes the chill spots are the best when it comes to watching the parade at Magic Kingdom. Before we wrap up, I have a couple tips I want to give you too as well, especially if you're watching with your kids. I highly recommend bringing a towel or a blanket to sit on. Also, bring stuff to entertain them, like bubbles, snacks, little toys. Keep them busy while you wait because they might get bored, and we know what happens when kids get bored. Also, try to grab a shady spot if you can. We know that sun hits really hard, especially if you're visiting in the middle of the summer. Now, if it does look like rain, Disney will often swap out the parade for the rainy day cavalcade. And it's a little bit shorter than the normal parade, but it's super cute, and the characters are in their rain gear. So if rain's a possibility, I highly recommend then also picking a spot to cover like near the Emporium. So that's where kind of spot number 5 that I mentioned really is a good spot to sit. So in closing, those are my top 5 spots. Whether you're trying to get that ultimate castle shot, jumping on a ride right after, or just finding a chill spot to relax, there's definitely a perfect parade spot for you. If you grab one of those spots, tag me, all right? I want to know about it. Tag Magic Vacation Family. Take some pictures. Let us be a part of your magic as well. Once again, if you need any help planning your next upcoming magical vacation, visit us, magicvacationfamily.com. We'd love to help you out. Until next time, we will see you on episode number 13